Have you ever tried to have a conversation with somebody when they're standing like this or like this? It's a bit off-putting, isn't it? You see, our body language is another way that we communicate with other people. So when we're getting in front of an audience to present some information, we need to make sure we're communicating not just with what we say, but also with how we move. Movement is key. If I don't move in this video and I stand like this and talk to you, well then you're going to get extremely bored. There's no movement. It's not interesting. You see, we are attracted to movement, and our movements, the way we hold ourselves and how our body moves, well, it can communicate to our audience in a way that will keep them engaged with what we have to say. So what are some ways we can use our body language to improve our public speaking? Well, first of all is our posture. If I stand like this, all slightly, it's not very interesting or attractive. If I don't look at you at all, you won't engage with me. And if I'm standing a bit hunched over, it's not good. In fact, this is a terrible way for us to actually act in everyday life. Posture is something we should work on, not just for our public speaking, but for our everyday life. We want to stand upright. It gives us a commanding presence. People want to listen to somebody who is in clear control of their own body. And the same is true for you. So you want to practice getting comfortable and standing upright and looking exactly how you would want to. And the best way to do this is to stand in front of a mirror. If you can stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes and stand upright, you can see how you look. You'll be able to see how you move. So this will tell you whether you need to make an adjustment in the way that you are presenting yourself. Another thing we can do to help really make what we say impactful is to use gestures. If you're saying somebody went up a high mountain, but you don't move your hands, it's okay. But if I go, they went up a high mountain, all of a sudden you see that I'm emphasizing high with my hands. It's really important that we do this. It draws people into what we have to say, keeps them engaged. Like we said at the beginning, movement keeps people's attention. So if you want to attract their attention, you need to move. Think about what you say. Again, if you say they went up a high mountain, but you go, they went up a high mountain, you're contradicting yourself. So how we work body language in coordination with what we're saying can help keep people engaged in what we have to say. Take a look at this when you're talking with somebody in your personal life. If you notice that they're really engaging, look at how their body moves. Are they looking at you in the eyes? Are they moving their hands and moving their body? Notice how much more engaging it is to watch somebody who is moving than it is to watch somebody who is still. What are some simple ways to improve the way we move when we're standing in front of a crowd? Because naturally, when you get in front of a crowd, you kind of go like this. And our natural instinct, especially if you're a bit like me and a little bit more introverted, you tend to clam up a bit more and your movements come in and your arms get stuck. Well, some simple ways are to move your body before you start. You could do some stretching. You could do some actual movement, actually move your arms, because if you don't move them, if you don't move your body, well then you're going to feel like they're stiff, like they're being held and you can't lift them. Now, I'm not saying you need to go and do star jumps outside the venue before you get started, but even just actually moving your body, moving it around a little bit, will help loosen you up. That way, when you do get up there, you don't feel stiff. It's quite simple stuff really, but it really will help you. Next, as I said, looking into a mirror as you go through your outline will help you to notice how your body moves. Could you reinforce what you're saying with a gesture? Gestures are so powerful and they can make a really good point if they connect directly to what we're saying. So think about how your hands move, how your body moves, how your face moves when you're giving your speech. Another way you could do this, if you feel confident to not stand in front of a podium, is to walk around. Immediately by walking, have you noticed this with comedians? They walk up and down the stage. And by doing that, they free up their body. They create energy. Movement creates energy, which helps people to connect to you and stay engaged with what you're saying. So, what you need to do is practice movement. And this will help you not just when you stand in front of a crowd, but also when you talk to people in your everyday life. I hope you found this video useful. Please give it a like if you have, and click the subscribe button if you would like more tips on how to improve your public speaking. And make sure you share this video with anybody who may be engaging with public speaking in the near future.